Good morning, good afternoon, good evening kung anumang oras mo pinapanood ng video na ito. Hello, I'm Maxine Loyola Naval. I'm a 5th-year architecture student from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila. Hashtag graduating na po tayo. Oh, akalain mo nga naman. Hashtag graduating na po tayo, and yes guys, malapit na po matapos ang aking mga vlogs as an architecture student. So abangan nyo pa yung mga upload ko sa mga susunod na araw, and stay tuned sa aking ARKI thesis journey. I will share more of them soon. For this episode, let's talk about OJT. OJT? OJT? OJT. Paano nga ba ang OJT sa PUP architecture? Before I proceed on sharing about my OJT experience, syempre, explain ko muna kung paano nga ba ang setup ng on-the-job training kapag nag-ARKI ka sa PUP. Mayroong dalawang part ang OJT ng PUP CADB or the College of Architecture, Design, and the Built Environment, OJT 1 and OJT 2. First, you have to take OJT 1 before proceeding to 4th year. Ang scope ng OJT 1 ay office works. Second, you have to take OJT before proceeding to 5th year at ang scope naman nito ay site supervision. Nag-iba nga lang ang setup ngayong pandemic, so naging exemption lang yung batch namin since pandemic naman. Pero ang OJT 2 talaga ay dapat site supervision. OJT 1, office works. During my stay in Yan and Soto architecture firm, isa sa mga na-encounter ko na I think isa rin sa mga pinaka-stressful ay ang bidding phase at ang estimates. I also learned a new software called PlanSwift. Ang PlanSwift, isa siyang software na kung saan you can do your measurements, mga area, pwede ka magsukat ng mga floor plans. Through PlanSwift, you can quantify your materials. Malaki yung tulong ng PlanSwift sa akin, especially nung na-encounter ko na yung Design 7, kasi meron kaming part sa Design 7 na kinailangan kong gumawa ng lot cut dahil ang plate namin noon ay isang community development or isang subdivision. During my OJT 1, I also learned the basics of AutoCAD, how to import from SketchUp, ganon. During this time, I was also able to handle a design project, pero hindi siya kasing complex ng isang residential design. It was a design of a landscaping in the grotto. What I learned back then is about knowing your clients, and dapat tinitimpla mo yung mga preferences nila when it comes to designing. Office works also included telephone duties, handling payments, canvassing, naggagala rin kami sa Wilcon, and ano pa ba? Looking for materials, mga nag-aasikaso ng quotation, and so much more. Meron nga bang perks during my stay in Yan and Soto architecture firm? Of course, merong perks during this time. Meron at marami. Shoutout nga pala sa mga kasama ko sa OJT noon na si Rhea, si Kyle, CJ, si Chesa, si Cherry, si Kuya Patrick, tsaka si Kuya Marcus. Ito pa yung kapanahunang face-to-face pa. Number 1 is naranasan din namin mag-product presentation. Ito yung pinaka-favorite namin. Yung product presentation, this is where different brands will present their materials, minamarket nila sa architecture firm, and meron mga brands na sobrang galante nila magpakain, nagpapa-milk tea sila, nagpapa-hamburger, nagpapa-McDo, and yun nga, there's always this day of the week na sobrang busog ka sa office. Number 2 is the people. Unlike other firms, hindi ko naranasang masigawan or mapagalitan kasi very lenient yung environment. The people around were really open to teaching us. Thank you to our professor and boss as well, Architect Yan, and sa mga architects who assisted us and guided us in the office, si Ate Jel, si Ate Kina, tsaka si Kuya Kev. Number 3, last but not the least, ang isa sa mga perks namin during the face-to-face ng OJT 1 ay yung outing. So, wala man kaming allowance or sweldo, pero provided naman ng office yung food allowance and transportation allowance kapag magsa-site visit. And maswerte pala ako na kahit papano I was able to accept works outside the office kasi hindi ko na siya na-experience ngayong online class, which is site supervision. OJT2, and yan, speaking of OJT2, dapat site supervision yung OJT2 namin. Pero, ginawa ng paraan ng PUP and ng IPMA Philippines para makapagturo sa aming mga engineering and architecture students. Naalala ko way back, I experienced punch listing, monitoring logbooks, inspection ng materials during site visits. Yan yung mga kadalasang na-encounter ko during OJT1. The workload really depended on the phase of the project. So, minsan, maligaga pa sobra kapag nasa design phase ka, marami pang revisions, medyo stressful. Pero kapag malapit na yung turnover ng project, medyo less stressful na siya kasi patapos na. For the online setup, PUP managed to provide a learning platform with IPMA Philippines. So I would like to thank the efforts of IPMA and their dedication for sharing their knowledge and sa pag-train sa amin during the online setup. Through the webinar platform, these are the learnings that I have gained from the International Project Management Association. Number 1 is the practice of architecture in the Philippines is different from abroad. So, magkaiba ang kanyang regulations, standards, requirements kapag architecture na abroad. There are also cultural differences. So, nakwento ng aming professor sa IPMA, there are architects or engineers pala who would like to be called by their first name. So, meron pala mga ganon. Ayaw nilang ina-address as ma'am or sir or architect. They just wanted to be called by their first name. So, yun yung mga iba-ibang cultural differences. Meron din naman daw na ayaw nilang pinagbubuhat sila ng gamit because of the negative connotation of slavery. So, yan yung mga kailangan tandaan kapag nasa ibang bansa ka na, maraming adjustment ang kailangan mong gawin. One of the highlights of the workshop was all about leadership. The speaker shared a book review about being a 360 leader. Basically, the book helps us to be more equipped, and being a leader also required to be more understanding when faced in a challenging situation. Speaking of leadership, there are also 2 types of leadership, which is authoritative and participatory. Magkaiba ang pagiging boss sa pagiging isang mabuting leader. Pangatlong natutunan ko sa IPMA Philippines. Number 3, na-familiarize ako on WBS or Work Breakdown Schedule. This serves as a logical breakdown of the project scope, a useful basis for planning regarding budget, schedule, resources, and risk. Number 4 is I have also unlocked several vocabulary words such as gold plating, project procurement management, mga iba-ibang acronyms like FAT, Factory Acceptance Test, ITP, Inspection and Test Plan, and so much more. Aside from these, I have also been familiarized between the difference of reactive and proactive. Reactive refers to damaged materials which are already delivered, while proactive refers to materials with damages or defects but not yet delivered. Lastly, I also learned about the individual competence baseline. And for me, it will help us future architects to be more effective, competent, knowledgeable, resourceful, creative, and be more equipped as a project manager. These are just some of the learnings I have gained from the IPMA workshop. If you like to know more about the construction industry, construction best practices, feel free to check out their YouTube channel. The good thing about my OJT 1 and 2 experience is it will help us to be more equipped for the real world. And nabanggit ko nga kanina, malapit nang matapos ang aking vlog as an architecture student. So malapit na matapos ang life of an architecture student. So malapit na. And malapit na mag-shift ang aking content from an architecture student to a junior architect. I am looking forward for different experiences and more learnings. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And this is Maxine, who always keep on saying, trust the process and keep the passion burning. Bye!